What's going on, guys? Welcome back, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Praetorian Guard Battle Pack set from Star Wars 2019, Winter 2019 that is. And this is a decent set overall. I'm pretty excited to be reviewing it. I got this in my haul a few days ago. I ordered it online, and this is a great way to get the Praetorian Guards since they only came in the very expensive Snoke's Throne Room, so let's get into this set. Now, first up, we have the oddest thing about the set. They include a random First Order Stormtrooper, and I mean, these guys can be cool when they include them in like sets where they feel like they should be included, but in this set, he's so random. He just has a stud shooter, just a regular First Order Stormtrooper. He's got a little bit of a misprint there on the Angry Clone head. That's what everyone calls it, but it's kind of smudged there. It's been kind of misprinted, but I don't need to cover this figure in detail. You know what it is. It's a regular First Order Stormtrooper. They've come in many sets from The Force Awakens and Last Jedi. Very common. So, now we're going to get on to the real reason why you're going to be buying this set, the Praetorian Guard. So, first off, we have this one, which I believe has the new helmet mold, which is accurate to the film, I believe. I believe there was 3 different helmet designs in The Last Jedi. So, and this is another thing. Even if you hate or you dislike or you love The Last Jedi, whatever, even if you hate it, you can't deny that Praetorian Guard fight scene's pretty badass. But sorry about my language, but that's like a really awesome fight scene, one of my favorites in Star Wars. But next up with this figure we have this kind of spear weapon that's very similar to the other one, but it just has a machete on the end. So you got a long gray bar with 2 red lightsaber hilts and then a silver machete. So you got the new helmet mold, just a plain red head underneath, which is it's kind of useful to get plain red heads, but like there's not really you don't really see their faces, so there was no need to include face prints. You have these nice shoulder pads, which are, I believe, a new piece. I think they came on the ones in the Snoke's Throne Room. All these figures have the same torso and legs. They're simply printed, but they're well detailed. So that's it for the first Praetorian Guard figure. Next up, we have the next Praetorian Guard, and he's exactly the same, except he has a Nexonite sword at the end, Nexonite blade at the end of his spear, which I actually think is a very good choice for a weapon. It actually looks quite a lot like the blades, some of the weapons they use in the film. And then last up, we have this one, which I believe came in the Snoke's Throne Room, and in the Snoke's Throne Room they had like those dress pieces to be like their robes, not these legs, but that's okay. This one has a red lightsaber hilt with dark red studs with holes in them, and then like just silver teeth at the end, so it's kind of like a weird like knife weapon. And then he has this different helmet mold, which came in the Snoke's Throne Room, but it's nice that they included it here. It would have been nice if, like, I don't understand why they didn't make, like, I understand for this one set, in making 2 new molds would have been a little bit, like expensive and hard to do. But, I mean, like, it would be better than including that random Stormtrooper. But that's it for this Praetorian Guard. Other than the helmet, the rest of him is exactly the same. So, now we're going to move on to the build, which, like, who cares about the build, honestly? Like, I think everybody's come to expect that from battle packs now. It's all about the minifigures of Star Wars now. All the builds are just crap. So here we have this little thing, and I think it's cute for kids, you know? Like, it's got a nice red color scheme. It's in keeping with the Snoke's Throne Room color scheme. You have a weapons rack with, I just made some, there's a bunch of spare pieces, so I just made some spare weapons to put on there. So it does come with, it tells you to build this chain one here, but I just built these other 2 random weapons, like a hook on a lightsaber hilt and then a machete there. So this is just a little weapons rack for more tools that you can swap around for your Praetorian Guards. You have this translucent stand for this little probe droid, I guess you would say, and he's got a gun there and then a red lightsaber. That's really weird. I don't know why he has a red lightsaber, but or maybe it's not supposed to be a lightsaber, I don't know, but it looks a lot like a lightsaber. And the weirdest thing about this is, like, why did they put a red stud at the bottom? Like, if you want to kind of create the illusion of like a floating droid, and if you're doing it with stop motions, just include a plain trans stud. Like, it just kind of shows how lazy LEGO can be sometimes. Like, they're like, we already included red studs with the stud shooter from the Stormtrooper, so let's just include a red stud for the bottom of the stand. And it's just very noticeable. It's just really lazy on LEGO's part. I really hate when they do that. But then you just have these spinning platforms on this, and like, with me, if there's like a spinning play feature in one of my LEGO sets, I like there to be like a rod sticking out from the side so I can spin them manually. But with this one, it's kind of weird. I haven't seen one of these type play features in a while, where you just spin these discs. You just spin them with your fingers like this. and you can have the Praetorians battle as if they're like training or something. It's cute. It's a cute little feature. It's nothing special, and the build overall is just really bland. Like there's no real like rare pieces. Like there's kind of those corner pieces underneath the like spinning plates, which are kind of useful. But other than that, there's not really any like very good like rare pieces. Like I guess these corner pieces are kind of good, but there's no real like good rare pieces in the set. So moving on to the ratings for the set. The set's fine. I thought it was great at first when I saw the pictures, and it's the only Star Wars set I plan on getting from the 2019 Winter Wave, because all the other sets are kind of crap. But this set's okay. The minifigures are great. It's great to get them in a different set than the Snoke's throne room. But there's just some really weird, lazy choices on Lego's part. They include this random red stud on the bottom of the stand, which just shows how lazy they can be sometimes, because it just ruins the effect of it floating. Like, there's just a red stud. Why didn't they just put a translucent, plain stud? It's, like, so easy, but they just decided to do that because they're lazy. And the build is just kind of boring for me, at least, because I'm an older fan. So if I was like 5 years younger, I think I would love this. So for young kids, I think the build is great with the little spinning features, but for me, I prefer like a rod sticking out from the side that I can use. The Praetorians are great to get, and you do get both the helmet molds, but there should be 3, because there are 3 in the film. So I don't know why they didn't make a new mold. Like, I understand that they've already made a new mold for this set, and making 2 would be a little extreme. But you just have this random First Order Stormtrooper that's completely out of place. People are getting this for the Praetorians, not the Stormtrooper, So this set's weird. Like, it's got some weird choices overall. So I think I give this set, like, it's weird. This set's really weird. Like, that's how I can describe it. It's a set where Lego made some weird choices. So I think overall, in terms of value, there's not really any great rare pieces. There's some, but like other than the minifigures for the Praetorians, like if you don't like The Last Jedi, like if you hate everything about it, like you can't deny that fight scene with the Praetorians is pretty awesome. So if you hated The Last Jedi but you like the Praetorians, this is a good set. It's pretty cheap, and you get the Praetorian minifigures. So the Praetorian minifigures are the best part of the set overall. So I'm gonna give the set a B. Like that's the best rating I can give it. Like there's some weird choices like the random stormtrooper, but I think it's a good set overall. I would recommend it. I just barely, but I would recommend it. It has some good pieces, and the Praetorians are great. So I'm gonna give this set a B. I definitely recommend it if you guys want to pick it up. But if you absolutely hate The Last Jedi and you hate it to death, then maybe don't get this. But yeah, you guys let me know what you thought of the Praetorian Guard, or you guys let me know what you think of the Praetorian Guard Battle Pack in the comments, and what you thought of my review as well. And I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.